Tuesday, it was a big win for you, wasn't it, as a club?
Yeah, we were looking for that win, that elusive win, after some really solid performances. So to get that was the reward I think we deserved.
You were missing both full-backs. What's the score of those two?
Peltier will train today, Rob, light session. Malone will still be out. Probably another 10 days with Malone, 8 to 10 days. But Peltier has an outside chance.
And, I mean, you must have been happy, though, the way the two full-backs coped anyway.
Yeah, I thought Joe, it's not his accustomed position, is it? Even though he has done it before, to go in and do such a great job for us was, we were really pleased with him, yeah. Great attitude.
Defensively, things have definitely got better the last 5 games. 2 goals conceded in the last 5. What do you put that down to?
We've when we'd conceded so many goals in that period over January, albeit against some useful opposition, I think you have to go back to being difficult to beat and resolute at the back, and we worked on that. We've worked on obviously the back four, not just on the training ground but visually. Done a few things with them as well to show them, you know, what a sensible line is, a good line is, and various other things in order to get some consistency in terms of performance. And I think that's rubbed off. I think for a variety of reasons. I think because of the partnership between Morrison and Manga, which has grown. I think because of the solidity that Lee Peltier has brought to the group as well has helped enormously. He seems to be settling in, and I think it's made it kind of a more consistent relationship in the back four. And of course, don't leave out Marshall, the skipper, who's come back into the side as well, who was excellent again on Tuesday evening.
Generally, people seem to think that Manga is a cut above, that he can play at a higher level. Is that something you've seen?
I think he's still adjusting to the nature of the game and the championship over here. I see some really good qualities, Rob, but there are also things which I'm not going to highlight, but there are also things that we talk to him about that he needs to address and improve on as well, as we all do. We're not all the finished article, but as I say, we're very pleased with the progress he's making. As I said to you before, when he comes back from the international breaks, it takes him a week to acclimatise almost again and get going again. But now he's having a run in the side. He's looking a real player for us, yeah.
And he'll need to be that because Wolves are free scoring, I think is the phrase you'd use at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that entirely. They're hitting teams for 3, 4 and 5. At this moment in time, I think you've got Sacco in a very rich vein of form, lethal left foot, whether it's from a set play or whether it's from the edge of the box. And then Dicko, who gets between people, has that little bit of pace and who can finish at any time. I looked at their team today and there are not that many changes from the team that went up. I think there was 3, Rob, from the team that went up from League One. Akimi was missing. I think one of the fullbacks was missing. But it was, and then Afobe was in up front with Dicko in the recent game. So there was about 3 changes. So it's not changed that much. So they know what they're doing. They know what the manager wants, and they're delivering that at a frightening rate at the minute on the counter attack with that pace and power that they've got and energy. They're a very good side.
And how would you assess the job that Kenny Jackett has done? He's, you've come into Wales. Wales haven't got some bad managers. Tony Pulis, Mark Hughes, Kenny Jackett often overlooked, but what he's done at Wolves is, or can you assess it? Has he arrested the slide and then got them going in another way?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, they took a double slide, really, the word that you've just used there. They took a double slide, went down into League One with an enormous budget in League One, which had to be addressed. He's done that to a certain extent. He's lost players during that time, big hitters that were on big monies that probably weren't delivering. He's got his stamp on it now. And he's got them moving forward again. I think he's done a terrific job, Rob. Yeah.
You're 10 points clear of the relegation zone now. I know you've always said you don't use that word, but do you no longer have to look behind you now? Are you, as a result of Tuesday?
I've not done that, Rob, since I've been here. I'm a forward-thinking person, and just looking at the next game and seeing where we can get the points from to move forward again. It's for me. It's all about. It's all been about that 1%. Finding that 1% to improve a little bit more each and every game. I keep talking about it. That improvement. That's what I've been searching for us to move forward. Because when you add up all those little 1% in the end, then you start making a little bit of progress collectively, and that's what I've asked for, and that's what I've been trying to steer the team forward on that. But to do that, as we touched on earlier, you've got to go from a sound, defensive basis to deliver that, and that's what we've achieved over the last 5 games.
Owen Dawes still looking for his first goal, but are you sort of happy the way he's settling?
Yeah. I think you've hit it on the head. He just needs a goal. He's had a couple of really good opportunities where it's either been a very good save. He's had one cleared off the line, hasn't he? He's had a fantastic save by Smithies at Huddersfield. He's got into those positions. He could have scored by now. His industry, his work ethic is excellent. Needs a little bit of work on other areas, his hold-up play and things like that. But if he gets that goal, I think that will give him a big lift to go on and get more.
You've not seen the club accounts that have come out?
Have I seen them? No, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't, Rob, but I've heard about them.
Yeah,
yes.
you've heard.
Yeah.
Does that have any effect on your job, or are you already reacting to what you knew by the way you had to cut the wage bill as you were talking about in January?
I think I've kind of beat that drum a little bit over the last month or two. We've had to make adjustments, and as much as fans and people don't want to see or hear of cutbacks in a football club because they see that as a negative thing or the club going in the wrong direction, that doesn't have to be the case, Rob. We can still move forward as a football club, but we want to move forward on a stable base financially as much as anything, because we don't want to get into the situation where the fair play rules kick in and we're in trouble in the future. I've mentioned this before in the past, and it's just now that obviously that's coming out, but it's just evidence of what I was saying, really.
Does it add extra pressure, the fact that you are financially constrained?
Well, no, it doesn't add. It doesn't add pressure. I think at least you know where you stand and where you are, and then you can deal with that accordingly. Then, and I knew that. I knew the situation. Knew we had to make those cuts. So you deal with those. It wasn't a shock or a surprise. We've dealt with that to a certain extent. And as I've always said, there's still more work to be done in the summer. But that doesn't mean it's going to make us a lesser group or a lesser team going forward.
You don't think your hands will be tied in the summer at all, as far as that goes?
No. I think in the summer, I think it'll be about getting a balance.
And what underlines everything in those accounts is the dependence that this club has on Vincent Tan. And you said before about his commitment. You see no sign of that diminishing, because it's clearly going to have to continue for the club to survive, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the figures, as you've seen, are staggering. The amount of money and support that he's given to the football club, and do I see that changing? No, I don't see that changing. But I can understand why he wants it run a little bit more, if you like, conservatively and on a more sound financial basis.
Expecting him to be there tomorrow?
There's a possibility, but there's no confirmation. There's no confirmation at all. But you know, it would be. He's threatened to come over once or twice. So you know, who knows? It would be nice to see him over for a game.
Better wear your tie and suit, just in case.
Yeah, of course, always, and yourself.